What up, kings and queens? It's your girl, and I'm back with another live video. So you probably read the title. Okay, so if you have read the title of this live, yes, I am finally going to tell you the tea of what happened to my main channel, which is under my government name. Okay, I know you're probably wondering, well, why does she have a backup channel with a different name? I'm gonna get into that. Because so the reason why I have a backup channel with a different name is because my family is always in my business. So to keep my family out of my business, I just created a whole other channel, a backup channel, to keep my family and friends out of my business. Okay, I'm grown, all right. I don't need aunties, uncles, cousins, best friends snooping around in my personal business and what I do. Okay, so I'm finally going to tell y'all what happened to my main channel. I always say I'm going to spill the tea on what happened to the main channel. So I know all my kings and queens are wondering, why isn't she uploading to the main channel anymore? Why isn't she going live? Well, I can go live and I can upload from a different device. A long time, like last year, I got a strike on my main channel because things got a little risque. Things got a little wild. One of my subbies dared me to do something that was a little naughty and a little against YouTube policies, and I shouldn't have done it. And I apologize to my young fans. I apologize to my younger subscribers. Okay, I didn't know I had younger kids kids actually watching my channel. I mean, I should have known because I post videos of my kids on my main channel. And I also post some videos of them on my backup channel as well. So I kind of should have known that kids were watching. You know, I just didn't think there would be any kids on that late at night. You know what I mean? But it's no excuse for what I did, and I'm completely sorry. And from now on, all of my live streams, all my videos will be done with clothes on. Okay. So YouTube gave me a little strike for that. A little tap on the hand. And but ever since then I haven't been able to log on to my main channel from my laptop. I'm able to log on to my main channel from a cell phone. So when I get a cell phone, I'm going to start filming live streams and shooting videos and posting them on my main channel from there. So all of you that subscribe to my main channel, check out the backup channel, okay, the Layla Love channel. Why? I might change my main channel to the same name. Actually, I will because it makes more sense. Okay, like why do I have a backup channel with one name and a main channel with my real name? Okay, makes absolutely no sense. I know y'all are like, she's so weird. It's like she has two different channels. Yeah, I have two channels. I know you're like, she's so weird. Why have one channel with one name and then one channel with another name? I know, it screws with the brand. I get it. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing and branding myself and what I want my brand to be and what I want, my channel to be moving forward. So, let's see. Okay, so we also want to talk about Doja Cat's new haircut and her video Back to the Streets. I like it. I like the big chop. I love the rainbow colors. My girl Doja Cat, my girl Sweetie has always been daring. I love the song. I love it. It just sounds like something that her and Janae Aiko would be doing. I absolutely like it. Definitely sounds. It sounds like something that would be on both Janae and Sweetie's album. I'm hoping they put both the songs on both of their albums. Okay, so if you don't buy Sweetie's album, you can still hear it. I personally think Sweetie and Janae should just do a whole entire collaboration album. It would sound absolutely amazing. Because we've been telling Sweetie that whole laid back Cali vibe is more her vibe. Like the whole stripper music thing, I like it, but it's not Sweetie. It's not. It just doesn't feel like it's authentic to her. I like the icy girl Sweetie. That's my personal favorite. I love icy girl Sweetie. That kind of laid back. I'm that chick kind of vibe, but not really like having to scream it. Just she's just naturally it. Okay, so in case y'all haven't noticed, we broadcasting live right now from my kitchen because my broke behind doesn't have any lights. So this is the only well lit room in my house for me to go live from. So we just walk around my damn kitchen. In case anybody's wondering, yes, I do cook. Okay, check out my cooking videos on my main channel. Okay, that's the Natasha Haycock channel. Okay, it's proof that I actually do use this kitchen. Okay, I actually do cook, some things, hook up some meals and whatnot. So we're gonna talk about Bow Wow and why y'all ain't just letting this little chicken nugget live? Like let this little chicken nugget be corny. Let him live his best corny life. Bow Wow don't really do nothing to nobody. Okay, Bow Wow is unproblematic. Well, except for the whole thing about holding his ex-girlfriend Kiyomi hostage. He's Well, let's just scratch that on saying he's unproblematic because holding your girlfriend hostage and then allegedly, beating her up while she was pregnant definitely ranks high on the toxic meter. It definitely ranks high on the problematic scale. So we'll just say he's unproblematic sometimes. Okay, let the little chicken nugget live his life. Okay? If he wants to make corny videos and go on live and have his daughter completely clown the mess out of his dance skills, which I live for. I live watching for living. I live for watching Shy making fun of her dad's career. His career was kind of cheesy. It is. His career was very much kids bop. Because he started out as he was like 8 years old when he first started rapping. People always want to talk about how corny Bow Wow is. It's like, let's remember, the boy started rapping at like 8 freaking years old. Okay, he's still stuck in like kitty rapper mode much of the time. Okay, so yes, he's gonna be a little corny. He's gonna be a little bit cheesy. Okay, and speaking of cheesy, we're gonna talk about the Cheeto in chief and the fact that he, after conceding to Joe Biden, tweeting that he won, oh, the orange Cheeto was back at it again, but the back at it again. This time, he's going after Michigan. And Michigan ain't playing no games. Michigan ain't having it. Okay? But he filed a lawsuit to tell Michigan, look, you need to recount them votes. Okay, because I don't think Biden won. Michigan just threw it out. It's like, does this man enjoy like embarrassing himself? I just think Donald Trump enjoys embarrassing himself. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Do you think Donald J. Trump just enjoys embarrassing himself? Because I honestly think he does. I mean, if the whole thing of saying that, oh, he would smash his daughter if that wasn't his daughter thing wasn't embarrassing enough, here comes the conspiracy theories about Biden stealing the election. Really? It's like, how dare he talk about somebody stealing an election? Putin, anyone? It's like, dude, didn't a whole entire Russian dictator help you steal 2016's election? I'm gonna join everybody else in the consensus of he just wasn't giving it to Putin right. He wasn't serving it to him right. It's like, dude, you can't lay there like a boring bad bitch. You can't. You can't just lay there like these chicks that think, oh, I'm cute. I'm gorgeous. He's just gonna get excited by the fact that I'm just gorgeous and fly and I'm laying here naked and he gets to see all of this. No, you gotta do some things. Okay? It's not enough to just be pretty. And of course, there are some people out there that think that some girls out there that think that's enough to be pretty, okay, to get your man excited. Yeah, but you gotta do some stuff. Okay? Apparently, he wasn't doing anything. I would have to agree with the consensus when saying that he probably just wasn't doing it for Putin anymore. Like sometimes after a while, that I hate to say it, but like sometimes like after a while, like the same old thing doesn't do it for you anymore. Like after you have it after a while, like I don't know, let's try something else. And then your man or your woman is not willing to go the extra mile and do a little something different. You know? Since we having a conversation about trolls, okay, I would appreciate it if the trolls would stop leaving fake timestamps on my live streams. Okay, advertising porno websites. Okay, I would appreciate that. Okay, I'd appreciate if the trolls would stop trying to make my subscribers think that I'm advertising porn sites on my live streams. Sorry to tell you all that, but no. Okay, no, I haven't joined Pornhub. Sorry, there's not gonna be any MILF porn. Okay, I'm not gonna be on browsers. I don't think I'm cute. I don't think I'm cute enough for that. I personally don't think I'm cute enough for that, and my boobs are small, so it's like I'm all booty, no boobs. Just they're cute and they're little. Yeah. Anyways, we gonna talk about my girl Mulatto, Big Lotto. Okay, and how she's in the news, trending for colorism and stealing wigs. It's like, girl. Apparently, a hairstylist accused Big Lotto of stealing a wig after she did not tag her in a photo. Okay, so y'all answer this one. Can y'all answer a question for me? How is not tagging a stylist in your video constitute as stealing wigs? Like, did she not pay for the wig? Because if sis didn't pay for the wig, that's stealing. But like, I mean, did she say that she styled the wig herself? Did she say that she made the wig herself? I mean, if sis number one didn't pay for the wig, or number two said that she like created the wig by herself, created by Big Lotto, you know, says something along the lines of, Big Lotto's wigs or something like that, then that would be stealing. But not posting your hairstylist, that's not stealing. Stealing is taking credit for someone else's ideas. Like, hit me up in the comments section. Because I don't know, did she take credit for that wig? Did she say she made the wig? I don't know. Listen, that's the only thing that constitutes as stealing, is taking credit for something you didn't do or not paying for something. I mean, I would say she was wrong for not for like because people are like expecting her to be like Meg and be more like, I don't know. I mean, she's young. She's 21 years old. She's new to the business. So it's like people need to like they need to teach her the game. They need to teach her like, hey, when you wear a wig by a certain person by your stylist, you need to post it. Okay, like you need to tag that person so that they can get advertisement from their business, because that's the purpose of them working with you, and so that they can get exposure. Like, people need to understand, a lot of these young artists don't understand, like especially these young female artists don't understand the purpose of like a hairstylist or a makeup artist working with you is so they can get exposure for their business. And they're always talking about, oh, baby girl, you just want clout. You just want clout. That's not wanting clout. That's wanting to build a brand. That's wanting to build their business. Like, people that are saying, oh, you want me to tag you because you want clout. That person's running a business. They're not looking for clout. They're looking for a way to expand their business. And I feel like she was wrong for not tagging the artist who did her hair. But the artist should have asked. That should have been something that was talked about when Lotto was getting her hair done. Like, look, sis, before the stylist even made the wig for her, that should have been talked about. They should have sat down and had a conversation and been like, look, okay, if I'm going to design this wig for you, you need to tell, you need to tag, you either need to go on live and basically do a little mini advertisement about the wig, or tag me in a post. Okay, and there needs to be a written agreement. Okay, I'm gonna need for my people to start getting. I'm gonna need for my people to start getting written agreements about your stuff. Okay. And another thing I wanted to talk about was, don't just go on live with receipts and blasting these people that steal from you. Okay, take the receipts to court. Okay, because a lot of Black folks do not take their receipts to court. They will blast people on live, on Instagram Live or on YouTube, and that's the end of it. Okay, there was a Black content creator whom B. Simone took her work and put it in her book, and homegirl just paid her off with $100. It's like, your work is like, for real, your work is only worth $100. Like, I would not take the $100. I would look at that as a slap in the damn face. Like, really? You just plagiarized my work word for word, and you only going to pay me $100. And that's why people don't take a lot of black content creators or designers seriously, because all they do is go on live and blast people, but they don't sue. Okay? Like, your work is dope. Make people pay you for what you're worth. And I want to say to all my black designers, all my content creators, make sure folks pay you for what you're worth. Like, you're dope. Make sure you get paid for it. If somebody's stealing your stuff, blast them on IG Live, then take their butt to court. Take all them receipts and take it to court. Okay? Don't just blast them on live and let that be the end of it. Don't just let somebody pay you off with $100. Like, really, the millions of dollars you spent to build your brand, and you just want to take $100 from somebody? No. The reason why white designers are bigger is because they demand respect. You're not going to take a white content creator's ideas and not pay them for it, because they will take you to court. You're not going to take a white designer's idea, because they're not just going to blast you on IG. They're going to take you to court. And I want my people to understand, okay, use the court system to your advantage. Okay, get you a good high-powered attorney and sue these brands that are ripping off your ideas. Let me tell you something, they're going to keep doing it. Okay, so moving on, we're going to talk about Chris Brown. We're going to talk about Chris Brown and how he's been staying pretty low key lately. Like, have you noticed that Chris Brown has been staying very low key? He hasn't been on the ground trolling Tokyo Vanity, talking about he gonna take sis out to dinner. I was like, why you gotta do sis like that? What, because she a big girl, you just assume that she like to eat? I was like, that was wrong, but her clapback was epic. I love Tokyo Vanity. Like, she keeps it so real. Like, her clapbacks are infamous. Plus, that best friend song slaps. It's like, when I'm feeling cute and I want to get ratchet, I'm like, oh, best friend, that's my best friend. You better fuck it up, best friend, won't you? I love that song. When you and your girls are feeling cute and y'all in the club, whatnot, and you're in your best dress, and that song comes on, like, don't you just want to twerk? Like, don't you just want to vibe out to it? Anyways, but he's been staying pretty low key lately. Like, have y'all noticed that he hasn't been wilding out on the gram anymore? Like, y'all notice he hasn't been wilding out on the gram anymore. And she probably told him, you better cut that shit out or you're not going to see our kid. Because she just seems like the type to not deal with his shit. She just seems like the type that's like, look, we got a whole entire child out here, and what our kid is not going to do is be able to see your antics online years from now. And I dig it. Like, I have a lot of respect for her to be like, look, I don't care if you're Chris Brown. We got a kid together. You're a dad. You need to start acting like a dad. Speaking of dads, Safari is out here being like earning his world's best dad award. Like if y'all see Safari on Instagram, he is so cute with his daughter Sapphire. And people are like, how do you pronounce her name? Because it's spelled like the chick from Flavor of Love. But it's pronounced Sapphire. But it's spelled like Sapphire. I think it's cute. Just a little way to like give his firstborn, his name, so to speak. I like the idea of it. And speaking of Safari and Erica Mena, I already knew that whole little divorce thing was just him playing around. He is madly in love with that woman. Like he has chased Erica Mena since the moment he knew she was alive. So how you go from madly in love with someone, like I'm talking like in love, just like constantly professing your love to that person. Like if you saw that show they were on, what was it called? Famously Scared or something like that. The way he was pursuing her was so cute. I'm like, girl, that's what you need in your life. I was like, girl, that is what you need in your life. You need a Safari. Okay, you need a dude that's not afraid to show you that he actually cares about you. Instead of the old player type like Rich Dollars. It's like, girl, what was you thinking with Richie D? I mean, come on now. The dude is like 50 something and has never been married. Only dates girls in their 20s. Red flag right there. Still has an earring. I mean, come on now. What guy do you know that's relationship material, that's 50 years old, wears an earring, and only dates 20 somethings? Yeah, that's a recipe for heartbreak. Okay, and she thought that she could handle Rich because she's like, I'm Erica Mena. You can't handle my mouth. Okay, Miss Mena Mondays. Okay, Rich is an old player. Okay, you'll be having girls all in their feelings. Okay, talking about she's like, little miss, you can't handle my mouth, okay, it's Mena Mondays. Okay, she was dogging out Peter Guns when he was coming after her during that meeting with him and Amina, which I think was the way Peter was talking to her was mad disrespectful. Have y'all ever seen Love and Hip Hop? Like the way Peter Guns talks to women is just highly disrespectful to me. It's like, really, you got a daughter, but the way you handle women, like the way you handle them, is just mad disrespectful. It's like, dude, no wonder. It's like no wonder why you keep having daughters. You wonder why. You wonder why God gave you a woman. No wonder why God gave you a woman that could only have daughters. That's why God placed Amina into his life. Because as you can see, Amina has no sons. Amina only has daughters. And Amina was in Peter's life for a reason. So he can learn to clean his act up. Because after, he had Bronx and Corey, he's like, I'm getting a vasectomy, no more kids. It's like, dude, you almost 60 and you got about 18 kids. Like I said, red flag. You dating a dude that's almost 60 and has 18 kids? That's gotta tell you something. Like for real, I would never date a guy that is almost 50 and has half a football team. I mean, I got a starting five, so I mean, who am I to judge? But it's like, Amina, he only goes for, Tara was like 40, so I can't say that he only goes for younger women. But Tara was looking good but Tara makes 40 look good. Tara makes 40 look good, just like Taraji P. Henson makes 50 look good. Like, I'm trying to be like that. Like, they are goals for me. Yeah, I'm trying to be out here drinking more water, eating my vegetables, eating my fruits, so I can look like Tara Wallace from Love and Hip Hop and Taraji P. Henson and Mary J. Blige for her fine self and Angela Bassett at like 60. When I'm 60, I want to look like Angela Bassett. I'm That is my dream. When I hit about 60, I want to look like Angela Bassett. Okay, Angela Bassett's face, body, everything is banging. Everything is just cinched and sitting pretty. I'm gonna look like that. Okay. Next week I'll talk about Jennifer Lopez and her calling herself a Negrita del Bronx. Okay, or a little black girl from the Bronx. And I felt like it was coming. After I told them niggas to mind their business, but they don't hear me now. I knew this was coming. I seen it coming. As a millennial, it's like it didn't faze me. It's like after the backlash from her song "I'm Real," in which she clearly used the N word, and she's clearly not Afro Puerto Rican. It's like, come on now. I knew this was coming. What I was waiting for was Irv Gotti. And if y'all don't know who Irv Gotti is the founder and former president of Murder Inc. He's the one that gave us Ja Rule and Ashanti and many others. I was waiting for Ja Rule to come and save her. I was waiting for Irv Gotti and Ja Rule to give her honorary black card the way they always do. Okay? Here comes Irv Gotti, but nobody asks. Oh, but she's Puerto Rican. She's Puerto Rican. It's like, but what kind of Puerto Rican is she? It's like, you do know Puerto Rican is a nationality and not a race, because there are Afro Puerto Ricans, there are more mestizo looking Puerto Ricans, like ones that are mixed, have Taino and European heritage, and and then there's the straight up European, Puerto Ricans, which, JLo might qualify as like a more mestizo looking Puerto Rican. She looks like she's got, some Taino heritage, but she's not black. She's not. And that's the thing, is black people, we love to classify anybody that comes from a Caribbean island that has a black population as black. JLo's not black. JLo has never claimed to be black until now. Okay? When she came under fire yet again for using black culture. Okay, she decided to pull a Fat Joe and be like, "Oh, but I'm black," and it's like, Fat Joe, we've seen your baby pictures. Love your music, King. Love, like, lean back, that's my shit. But dude, you're not black. Okay? You may have grown up around, you grew up around Black culture because in New York, Black and Hispanic culture is very mixed because Black and Hispanic people live in close proximity to each other. So, of course, when you live in close proximity to another person, you're going to be influenced by their culture. Okay? And J-Lo wouldn't have received as much flack as if she said, well, I'm from the Bronx, Black and brown people, we live in close proximity to each other. So, of course, our cultures tend to blend. But don't be coming out here trying to say you're a whole entire Black girl. Okay? When you've never claimed to be one. J-Lo has never had a history of claiming to be Black. As long as she has been on television, not once has she ever claimed to be Black. Okay? Never. So now all of a sudden you want to be Black because people are coming at your head for calling yourself a little Black girl from the Bronx. Because you want to buy in to people calling you Black. And that's the thing. So many people have probably said that, oh, she has a Black soul, or that she quote unquote acts Black. So they're just like, oh, she's Black, Hispanics are Black people too. Yes, if you're Afro-Latino or Afro-Latina, then yes, you are Black because you have African ancestry. J-Lo has no African ancestry. She's never proved it. But now all of a sudden, after she comes under fire once again for appropriating Black culture, Afro-Latino culture, it's, oh, I'm a Black girl. No, honey, you're not Black. Okay, people have just told you we're Black, and I'm not being a hater. Okay, I'm just stating facts. People have probably just told her she's Black. Black people that she has grown up with have probably told her she's Black. Because Black and brown people are looked at the same way through the lens of the police and the judicial system. I'm 28 years old. I'm a millennial. I grew up in a time where Black and brown people, we looked at each other the same. Now, I grew up saying the N-word around Hispanic people. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I have never used the N-word before, because I have. I've used it around Hispanic people. Okay? That's the way I grew up. I grew up with Spanish people using the N-word. Whenever an Hispanic person, even a white Hispanic person, will walk up to me and be like, yo, what's up, my N-word? I'll be like, oh, yo, what's up, my N-word? How you doing? What's poppin'? How's your sister? How your mama? How your brother doing? Like, oh, yo, how's your grandparents doing? How's your aunties? How's your cousin doing? So I'm not going to say that I haven't heard it before, because I've heard it before. That's like, if you were born if you're a 90s baby, because the world back then wasn't as PC. It wasn't, people didn't get triggered, by everything. Back then, when white people rapped, we thought it was dope. Especially if you had a respect for the culture. Okay, a genuine love for the culture. Okay, Eminem became the king of hip hop because he had a genuine respect and a love for the culture. So much that this man rapped in his regular voice. He wasn't trying to sound like a black man. Okay, he was just himself. He was Marshall Mathers from Detroit, Michigan, telling his story through the art of hip hop. And we dug it. We were just like, yes. One of the reasons why people get at JLo's neck is because she comes off so inauthentic. Okay? Not her use of hip hop culture, because it's like she grew up in the Bronx. Okay? She grew up in the birthplace of hip hop. So how can she not walk down the street and feel it? And just embrace and just let all of what was going in like just sink in. Like, how can you not? Like, how can you not walk down the streets of the Bronx and you just hear hip hop music blasting from every corner of the world, from every little corner of the hood, and not feel it and not want to be a part of it? And black people, we're not saying that that you're not allowed to partake in our culture, but don't exploit it though. Don't try to rename it. Appreciate it for what it is. But like, needless to say, like, JLo has never claimed the fact that has never claimed blackness. Ever. And that's one of the reasons why people come at her neck so hard. It's because she uses blackness. Let's keep it real. She uses blackness to get where she wants to go. A lot of people feel like she used Diddy, as an entrance into the hip hop. Excuse me, as an entrance into the hip hop industry. So she can eventually go into other avenues. Like I said, I love JLo, but you don't have to pretend to be black to like black culture. You don't. You could be white, black, you can be white, blue, brown, whatever, and enjoy hip hop. But you don't have to pretend to be us to enjoy it. Just simply have an appreciation for the music and for the culture. It's like JLo, just simply appreciate our culture and our music and not try to appropriate us. Like, baby girl, you're out here appropriating Afro Latinas for what? Irv Gotti gave you the keys to hip hop. That's why I said I was surprised when Homeboy didn't show up and was like, JLo can say the N-word, she's Puerto Rican. Oh, she can say she's a Negrita de Bronx because she's Puerto Rican. It's like not all Puerto Ricans are black. Okay, not all Puerto Ricans look like Rick Gonzalez or Tego Calderon. Like, not until Roll Bounce did I actually know Puerto Ricans could look like that. Because I honestly thought Puerto Rican people looked like JLo, looked like Charo, looked like Mark Anthony, and Is Enrique Iglesias Puerto Rican? I don't know, but just looks like that until I saw, actors like, Rick Gonzalez. And is he the only Puerto Rican actor? But like, and singers like Tego Calderon and just like that, I understood that there were Afro Puerto Ricans. I knew there were black people in Cuba because I knew Cuba participated in the transatlantic slave trade. So when I saw actors like Laz Alonso, and when he would say, "I'm Cuban," I'd be like, "Duh, of course you are." I never questioned it. Like, Cuba participated in the transatlantic slave trade, so of course Afro Cubans exist. Anyways, my laptop is about to die, so I'm gonna be on here for a few more minutes and then I'm gonna get off. But anyways, like I said, Lo has never once claimed to be an Afro Puerto Rican, but she's had a lot of black men within the hip hop industry, tell her, "Yo, you black, so you Puerto Rican, right? You Puerto Rican, so that means you're black." Okay, she's had a lot. I mean, she's had men like Irv Gotti and Diddy tell her, "Hey, you're black. You're Puerto Rican. All Puerto Ricans are black." And we tend to think that too. We tend to think that all Puerto Ricans are black. We tend to think all Cubans are black. We know all Cubans aren't black. I mean, look at Camila Cabello. She's clearly not black. But she was so used to being ushered into hip hop culture by the heavyweights of that time that she feels comfortable living in it. And I'm not saying that she shouldn't, but it's like you can be in the culture and not appropriate it. Okay, to me, like appropriating it would be like pretending to be something that you're not. Okay, sweetie, you're not black. You're Puerto Rican, but you're not a black Puerto Rican. And like I said, that stems from having, the upper echelon within hip hop. The boys club of hip hop telling her she's black. So now she's starting to believe it because she's got people like Diddy and Irv Gotti giving her a black card. So now she thinks it's okay. Okay, plus she's got people like Fat Joe who looks just like her saying he's black. And she thinks, oh, because Fat Joe is saying that he's black, I can say I'm black. Me and Fat Joe look just alike. And people know that's the reason why she's doing this. Okay, her and Fat Joe are homies. Okay, they're from the same hood. Okay, I think they might have grown up together. Okay, they came in the music business like right around the same time. So, and Fat Joe was always saying, "I'm black, I'm black, I'm black," as a defense for him saying the N-word. Okay, that's why I said she probably sees Fat Joe saying that he's black and claiming his blackness, and she figures, okay, I can do it too now. Joey's out here doing it and gets no flack from people, so maybe I should do it. But then that calls into question, are there different rules for white men who are Puerto Rican than white women who are Puerto Rican? Can a white male Puerto Rican say he's black, but then we want to get on J-Lo's head for claiming that she's black when she's clearly not black? but we don't do Fat Joe the same way. There's a double standard. There definitely is a double standard. And like every time JLo is scrutinized for doing something that's quote unquote black, and people just drag her through the mud for it, but they won't drag Fat Joe through the mud for saying that he's black, especially when Remy Ma comes to his defense. I was looking for Rem to come to defend JLo. Like, oh, she Puerto Rican, she black. Nothing. It's like, I'm not going to say there's some rivalry there, because I'm not trying to start shit. But it might be because she's not close with JLo. Like, she's close with Fat Joe. Anyways, that's my little rant for today. Peace.